Hi, I feel so energized this morning and I hope you do same. If you feel down or broken, don't worry at all because I am here to spend some time with you and I'll be starting by telling you this. You are enough for yourself. The power you wield is greater than the challenges you face. Live your life, be happy, play hard, and work harder. Don't forget to connect with us via our Facebook page, Joy News on TV. You can also join us live on DSTV channel 421, Go TV channel 144. My name is Miss G, the Entertainment General. Let's roll. Now, after devoting 47 years of her life to public office, she finally bows out with honor. Justice Georgina Theodora Wood, who spent 9 years out of her 47 years working as Chief Justice, retires today. A praise and thanksgiving service was held in her honor Tuesday evening. She became Ghana's first female Chief Justice in 2007. She has been working as the head of the judiciary since then, and I'm sure we are all too familiar with her now. She shares with you what you know about or what you don't know about Chief Justice. Now, you need to share with us what you know about her and what you will remember her for. Let's go on our Facebook page and see what you have been posting there about Chief Justice Georgina Theodora Wood. Now, folks, she's set to retire very soon, having been our Chief Justice for 10 years, probably the longest serving CJ in our time. The length of service doesn't really matter at this point, but given the fact that she will be leaving office, dodged by the question. So, what's her legacy for her successor to build upon to improve the justice delivery in Ghana? I remember her for two major issues that augur well for her. One, the Georgina Wood Commission of Inquiry that investigated the most deplorable instance of cocaine trafficking, the mystery behind the 77 parcels of fine-grain, high-value cocaine trafficking that the limping man led and for which Kufuor appointed the commission, putting her in charge to unearth everything about the incident so culprits could be apprehended and dealt with. The commission failed to help solve the problem. Ghanaians heaved sighs of contempt, but nothing could be done. The Mahama administration managed to arrest the brain behind the deal, and whatever happened thereafter belongs to history. And that's a comment there. Let's see what else people want to remember Madam Theodora Georgina Wood for. And Samed Bambakia says, I don't know her for anything except the thorough investigation and the full implementation of the law on the selfish, irrational, callous, and corrupt justices. And if for nothing at all, we ought not to deny her that credit. May you enjoy your retired days in peace, mommy. James Gadagadu says, a brave Chief Justice, Madam, I salute you. I will miss her for her bold decision to sack the judges who took bribes like goat, yam, a confirmed cassava, and so on. Hashtag incredible woman. And Jacob says, incredible woman, we have more of your type. Ghana will be a better place. If we had more of your type, Ghana will be a better place. And wishing you a fruitful retirement. And she's a mother of all. God bless her so much. Wishing the next one will follow her step. Enoch Obin says, and Paddy J says, she has really done well and deserves to be congratulated. A woman of virtue, and God has been good. Ask those who know her, I don't. God bless this woman, says Fosu Mensa. So reactions from you for Madam Theodora Georgina Wood, who retires office today. Now, do you remember Sunday, March 19, 2017? Does it ring a bell? If not, let me remind you. We woke up in the morning and we were hit with some terrible news of the death of 20 students who died after some trees crashed on them at the Kintampo waterfall during a storm. I'm sure you remember that story. The kids were on excursion to the place when they met their untimely death. It left about 20 of them injured as well. But the tourism minister, Catherine Afeku, says the Kintampo disaster was an act of God. She said this in a report to Parliament on Tuesday evening, though she added other factors also contributed to the incident. What do you make of this? Let's see how you've been reacting to this comment by the minister. Ablade says, not really, it's an act of stupidity. Why, by your lies, make God a wicked person? How can our loving creator act wickedly? If we have such leaders, that's the kind of utterances that we will hear. How can a whole politician believe in superstition, ignorance, I call it, competence in Puni? And Bambaki Asemet says the minister seems to be one of the few people who really understand God. It's only those who understand God that tend to blame others, who don't understand God that tend to blame others for disasters and misfortunes that befall them. And but we, those who really understand God, we turn to God in appreciation and gratitude and then pray for the best and his protection. God could have prevented it if he wanted to, but for it to happen means he allowed it and he knows best. Most Ghanaians worship God, but don't really understand God at all. And as it says, she spoke based on the content of the independent report and cannot be faulted for that. We only have to work hard to put in place measures that will prevent the trigger of such acts of God in order to avert such needless loss of lives. And may their souls rest in peace, but the managers of the place should be vigilant and control all activities when visitors come there to curb immoral acts. And Osanka says, not solely acts of God, but the act of man should also be blamed. And trained tourist personnel dotted around most of our tourist sites. And Yanka says, laugh out loud. How did they come about this evaluation? Well, and also, and Dagadu says, if she says so, I side with her because God knows best than we do. Yeah, blame it on God because he's merciful. And Genius, okay, so Abuaji says the report is nonsensical and your point, okay. May their souls rest in peace. God help us, says Franca. And I'm surprised at the minister's decision. A lot of you, reacting to the minister's report to Parliament. Now, joblessness has been one of our major problems as a country. For years, we've heard about unemployed graduate stakeholders in education and a lot more people saying our educational system does not tailor the curriculum to meet the demands of the job market. Well, UTEG has condemned a comment made by the president that the country's educational curricula is to be blamed for graduate unemployment. They have described it as unfortunate. The president of UTAG, Dr. Harry Agbanu, says government should invest in training of the type of manpower they need and also support the private sector. What do you make of this? Once again, I read your comments on our Facebook page. And Prince Nuruddin Balmia says, very unfortunate comment by the president as far as the educational curricula is concerned, and he must apologize to the graduates and the good people of Ghana. Fauza Abdul Raul says, this government blamed the previous government of unemployment in the country, and now that you're in power, you tell us to blame the educational curricula politicians. You can still send your messages to us. Joy News on TV is our page on Facebook. And in an examination which many have described as smooth with a good start, some unpleasant news is beginning to resurface. It is alleged that some supervisors of the ongoing basic education certificate examination are asking pupils to pay not less than 10 Ghana cedis for a favor. Guess what this favor is? I know you know it. No, to be allowed to cheat. A school proprietor revealed this and more on the Super Morning Show this morning on Joy FM. What measures can we put in place to prevent such acts? And that's what we are asking you. So you have to pay 10 Ghana cedis and free bone till you get a copy if you're a student and you find yourself in that particular hall. And Paddy J says, this money and cheating issue, I think when they are paid well, all this will eventually stop. This thing should not be going on in this modern day Ghana, because we have come far as far as our educational system is concerned, and the money is given to the invigilators are too small, and they depend on both the students and teachers to gain something extra since their cocoa season. And this is not news, it's happening everywhere. Even the district office is in support, says Kwabinachi. And James Dagadu again says, I think we should go digital by installing CCTV cameras in all classrooms, so that the teachers will take bribe from the people to allow them cheat. The footage can reveal them on the what punishment for the giver and the taker. And Prince Nuruddin Bamia says GES should always pay the allowance of the invigilators on time. Those courts should be sanctioned accordingly. And James Adra Frempoma says CCTV without their knowledge, that would be the solution you're saying. And corruption everywhere. Supervisors pay their invigilators well, pan for the same, and these shouldn't be tolerated, Prince Kwame says. And of course it shouldn't be tolerated. I wasn't allowed to cheat during my time. Why should anybody else be allowed to? Anyway, so on that note, if you're taking a quick break, we'll be back here on Join Us Interactive with some more. Please stay. A good sleep is good for the body and the mind as well. Well, it's not a bad idea to catch some sleep in the middle of the day. Some people cannot afford to take a nap in the middle of the day due to their work schedule. Of course, I cannot, whilst others can do it or cannot do without it. So we're asking today, how often do you take a nap? Let's read your comments. Now, Raul says it's difficult to take a nap at midday because if you're working and someone, you would not be allowed to do so. And sometimes that brings tiredness and laziness, which results in low productivity. Well, I think it is possible only on weekends, but for weekdays, nah, it will be difficult because you can't leave work to have a nap. Whenever I'm less busy, I do have a nap, says James Dagadu. But of course, a lot of you wouldn't be able to because either you're a student or you're working. How do you have a nap then? Except you'll leave then. Maybe you can have a nap. Otherwise, you see Esther during weekends. Now, this might sound a bit weird, but just pay attention. In a world of nutrition, there is suggestion that the more often you eat, the more likely you are to burn off some calories and control hunger pangs. I don't know about that, but I know someone who eats in bits and makes it look like they don't like food at all. There are a lot of people like that. They eat everything, but they make you, I've not eaten today, I only ate snack, I only ate a bit of this. Well, there are those who follow the norm. They eat 3 big meals a day, and they're taught to be those who like food. So people like me, we eat banku fufu, whatever, everything, 3 times a day, and they say we like food. Well, okay, you can imagine. Sometimes it's really, really annoying to see people who are skinny eating the big balls of fufu and all that, but yet they never go big. But let's hear from you on this one. Which of these do you think is better for you to lose weight? Eat 3 big meals or 6 mini meals? So let's find out what you've been saying on Facebook. And Kojo Bennett says both won't help to lose weight. You must put mind to what you eat. Limit carbohydrate and fatty food consumption. Be on the normal eating routine, but not in huge quantities. It's mostly about what you eat and when you eat it. So Paddy J says it's better you eat the 3 big meals than eating 6 mini, although both will not help lose weight. How for do this food issue, this somebody sounds like somebody who loves too much food. And Prince Nuruddin Balmia says, I guess the 6 mini meals might be a panacea to losing weight, and 3 big meals will be better for me. 6 mini meals will be better for me. Divergent views on which meal will be better and which will help lose weight right there on our Facebook page. But whichever one you do, be yourself, love yourself. A plus size sometimes is nice. Now, if you're a football fan, then this time you should be looking out and hoping for the favors. The transfer season is on and many clubs are buying some players to boost their current teams. Let's see who gets the best player and which player do you want to see at your club and why. Let's see what you've been saying. And Bonosi, the Gia and Vallejo, Bonucci, the Gia, Vallejo, Theo, Hernandez, and all of them, we want them to move to Real Madrid. We want to replicate our successes come next season. Verratti and Coutinho to help strengthen the midfield position of the football club Barca, and Chelsea should go for James Ansel Costa and Griezmann to Man U, and Bonucci again to Chelsea. James Dagadu says, I'm sure the football fans will be really offended with how I'm pronouncing these names. Hardly do we watch football as women. We love to play Ampe. So when there's Ampe season, I get to talk about the players. But I'm sure that'll be it for now on our Joy News Interactive. You've been telling us a lot about today's post, but you can always join the conversation on Joy News on TV. That's our page on Twitter and Facebook. We'll be back tomorrow with some more news here on Joy News Interactive. Please stay. My name is Miss G, but I'll be back later in the day on Joy News Prime with entertainment. Have a great morning.